Well, that's something new, and I haven't seen yet this year on my squash. But it's a good time to actually explain what's going on here. Yesterday I talked about emaciated tomatoes, and today we're going to talk about emaciated squash. Now, if you see here, take a look. This is a typical squash. One female flower, one female fruit. This here is an emaciated squash. Problem here is one flower is open for the squash that is on this side, and one flower is closed for the squash that is on this side. However, these two have actually, try to move this over here so you can see, have actually fused together. Now, there are ants all over this right now, so my guess is it's possible that they have already pollinated this side and now are working on the other side. It's possible that this side will only get pollinated and this one will not. Either way that this happens, this squash, double squash, could actually produce into one very large squash, or this side here with a closed flower could die off, and this side with the open flower, if the ants pollinate it, could actually grow. But half of it would probably still not be good. I'm kind of curious as to what's going to happen with this. So I am actually going to let this continue to do its thing. And if it dies, it dies. And if it grows, well then that will be an interesting experiment. Currently, this is the only one of these that has an open flower that I could have pollinated. And I was hopeful that I could pollinate this one, but yeah, now I'm not so sure. I was going to keep an eye on this little squash here that is an emaciated squash and let you guys know what was going on with it. And I'm going to show you real quick. Let's see here. I told you it had two flowers and it was two squashes growing together. You can see the one on this side here, right here, did not get pollinated while this one did. So this side here will continue to grow while this side here continues to rot. Most likely this squash I'll end up giving to my chickens just because it's not going to make a good squash. But had both of these flowers actually gotten pollinated, these would have grown together into one big squash. I just want to let you guys know how that turned out. I'll probably leave it on here a couple more days and just continue to monitor it and see what happens. Here is a quick update on that double-sided squash, and as you can see, it did exactly what I expected it to do. The one that did not get pollinated completely died back, and then this one is not doing so well either. So I'm just gonna, the garden teaches you something new every day. All you have to do is pay attention.